and welcome to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a dream catcher. There's many different ways and different webs and things and designs that you can do on the inside of a dream catcher. This one, my dog just snored. This one is going to be a doily dream catcher, and I'm going to take you step by step on how to create the doily. Buddy, gotta wake up, okay? I'm in no means a professional crocheter, so if any of the steps aren't exactly perfect or if I don't use the correct terminology, you know, just don't mind me. Do your thing. And you can see there's like a whole bunch of them behind me. There's like a whole bunch going down this wall. I do have my own shop on Etsy. It is called Shop Sadler. You should go check it out and give me a favorite. I make just a lot of random dream catchers and I make a lot of custom orders, so if you'd like one, let me know. But let's go ahead and get into the video. There's a couple of things that you're going to be needing for this project, and the very first one is any kind of hoop. The next thing that you'll be needing is some yarn. The yarn can be as thin or as thick as you want depending on the thickness that you want your doily to be, and you also need a crochet hook to go along with the size yarn that you pick. You'll need some scissors, you'll need some suede, jute, or yarn depending on whatever you want to wrap the hook with, and you'll need some fabric. So this one's actually a custom order and it is a medium size, so I've already wrapped it in the jute, but I've got a small size right here that I'm just going to demonstrate really quickly how to tie the jute on there. So this is the thicker jute rather than the skinnier one. I found this one works a lot better, and what I usually do is I just make a loop. Some people hot glue, but I just tie it on there like so, because this is going to be covered up eventually. And then what you'll do is you'll get however much you want off, and it doesn't matter if you cut too short, you can go in and retie, but what I like to do is just cut a little bit off, and then I just start wrapping like this and pulling through. And you do it over and over again, and then sometimes I'll do it like this where it gets really scrunched up, and then I pull it together like that, and that unravels this so you can go even longer with it. And you just keep going all the way around with it, and then you just tie it off at the end until you're left with something like this. So now for the crochet part, I just take my yarn, and I got this at the Salvation Army, so it didn't even have a thing on it on what brand it is or anything like that, but I am using a size 5mm hook. And so you're going to start out by making a slip knot, and there's many different ways on how to do this, but this is how I like to do it, is I hold it like this, twist, and then grab the short end and pull through. And then you just slip it up on your hook. So on a larger one, you're going to want to do 8 chains, but since it's medium, I'm just going to do 6. So I'm just going to chain 6. It's really hard to look what I'm doing through the camera. Hang on. And now that you got your chain of 6, you're just going to go into the very first chain right here, and you're going to make a slip knot. And so what that is you just push through the hook or push through the hole, grab a loop, and then pull it through. Just like that. Please ignore my fingers. I am a terrible biter. And now that it looks like this, we're going to chain 2, and that is going to be our first double crochet. And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing 11 more double crochets into this center. So just 11. Okay, so once you've finished your 11 crochets, it should look something like this. And what you're going to do is in this first one right here, you're going to go back in and make another slip knot. So just push the hook through, grab the working yarn, and pull it through the other, just like so. And now this time you're going to chain 3, and into each of the little loops at the top, each chain up here, you're going to do a double crochet, just like so. And in between each, you're going to chain 2. Wrap it through, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So it should start looking something like that. Okay, and right about now, after you finish that entire row, you should have 12 of these because you had 12 double crochets in here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you are going to chain 2 at the end like you did previously, and whoa, holy moly, and you're just going to do another slip knot and get the working yarn, pull through, and then pull through again. So you should be left with something looking like this right here. So now that we're here, we're going to go through this chain right here and do another slip knot. So through this opening, you're going to pull through and then pull through so that you're starting in the middle of this instead of over here. And you're going to chain 3. And now that we are here, what we're going to do is we're going to do in each single hole, we're going to do 5 triple crochet clusters. So this counts as 1, and so then we're going to wrap it twice, go through, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we're going to leave these 2 on here and finish them off at the end. Wrap it twice again, pull through, and then pull through 2, and pull through 2, wrap it twice, go in, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So now we've got 4. We're going to do one more. Do 1 and 2, and so now we've got 5 chains on here. Over here we should have 6 because we started with this one. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain, and then you're going to pull through every single one of those. So now you have 5 triple crochet clusters, and so then you're going to chain 2 and come over here and do the same exact thing. 1, 2, here, pull through 2, and you're not going, and on this one you're not going to pull through this last one, you're going to leave it there. And so now you're left with 6 chains on the hook, and you just do the chain and pull through, and the entire thing should start to look something like this as you go around. You do the same exact thing, you're going to chain 2 and then finish the row. Okay, and once you finish that row, it should look something like this. Whoops. And so to finish it off, I'm just going to chain 2 and then find the top of this one, probably right about here, and we're going to do a slip knot. So it should be like that. Okay, and to finish off the final row, we're going to be chaining 4. And we're going to be doing 3 double crochets into the center right here. So it should look something like that. Then we're going to chain 3. And then at this little point right here in between, right about there on each of the clusters, we're going to do a slip knot. So just put it through, pull through, and then pull through once more. So it should look something like that. And again, you're going to chain 3 and then do 3 double crochets into the hole. Pull through, and one more, wrap over, pull through, and pull through. And we're going to chain 3, 2 and 3, and what we're going to do is go through this hole again, do a slip knot, just like that, and we've got a couple little things happening. So it should start looking something like that. Okay, and once you go all the way around, this is what the end result should be, and we've still got our hook end where we finished the slip knot in this last one. So now what we're going to do is, with the working yarn, we're going to snip it. So I'm just going to take the scissors and just go whack. And what you do is you leave the hook on there and you pull it through, and that should leave a knot. And what I do is I just go in and tie it once more to be sure that it is secure. So I'm just gonna loop it and loop it, and then once you've done that, you can go in and snip it on both sides. So now you're just left with a doily. Okay, you can see that the doily is the perfect size for this medium one, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thinner yarn right here, and I'm going to go in and attach the doily to the hoop. And it's the same as with the jute, you just cut you off a little bit, and if you run out, you just go and tie you on some more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom right here where my jute ended, and I'm going to tie a knot. Oh my gosh, I cannot look through the camera and do this at the same time. It is impossible. Okay. And then after you've tied your knot, you're going to decide where you want the doily to be. If you want it to face like this, or however you want your center to look, because this is going to be the bottom of the dream catcher. So I want mine to look like this. And now I'm going to go in with this yarn, and I'm just going to start threading it through the doily just like that. Ooh. And then pulling it through, and then wrapping it over the hoop, and then pulling it through, and I do that all the way around. And then once you've attached it, you're just going to go and tie the yarn together to secure it in place. So then it should be attached and it will not fall out. So when it comes to your dream catcher and the end, what you put on the end, you can do it however you want to do it. This is how I do it. I take a strip of fabric or ribbon or yarn or anything, fold it in half to where it looks something like this, and then I take the hoop and I find where I want to put it. So I'm going to put it through this area right down here at the bottom, and so I'm just going to feed it through this hole, and then it'll open up like this at the bottom, and then you put the string through it, and then you pull, and it'll leave you with something like that. And then you just do it over and over again until you're happy with how it looks. And then before I go and completely finish the dream catcher, I take a little bit of jute or whatever that I wrapped this with, or whatever their preference might be, and I snip it off just a little bit, and I tie it to the center where I'm going to be hanging it from. It'll be right about here, and I usually just do one little loop like that, and then I do a knot up top. Just like so. And then I snip off the ends, and you're ready to go finish it. Okay, so this is the finished product so far, but now all I'm going to do is I can either angle it down into a point, or I can just clean up the edges. I'm just going to do just a little bit of both. So this is round about the center, and I'm just going to clean up that area right there. And then I'm going to slightly grab it and then cut. And now that is the finished product.